Nowadays it's the age of the competition, and that's very obvious that the organization, they should have the strategy that they should not only be competitive now today but in the long run. And for that they will have to work in such a way that they should be continuously and sustainability, and their competitiveness that will increase with the time. And for that the supply chain management concept that was being applied, in which there was focus on the flow of the money, flow of the material, services, and information. And in this case we were able to improve the performance of the organizations. But in addition to this, let us also take care by adding the concept in this in the processing system that we should be able to obtain the sustainability in the long run. Now, first let us say that what sustainability is. Sustainability may be defined as fulfilling all the needs of today but ensuring all the needs of future generation to be fulfilled without any compromise. What customer wants today, that we should fulfill in the most optimized way, but the future trends, that has to be also taken care of. Let us not sacrifice the long term interest in lieu of the short term interest. Sustainability aims at protecting the natural resources being exploited by many various organizations in the name of productivity and competitiveness. For the short-term gains, for the short-term productivity and competitiveness, the natural resources, they should not be exploited in the fast way. They should be saved. And that is also the objective of sustainability. Sustainability is the crisis management concept that tries to balance the growing conflict between economic development and the ecological boundaries. Because in the case of the economic development, we focus on the more and more profit and on the economy, and but the environmental aspect, they say about the long-term aspect, and the various losses because of the increased performance, they should be also avoided. Being brands often make pledge to sustainability, but it often takes a long time to achieve sustainability goals. These sustainability goals, they require the vision, and even the big brands, they also, it has been observed that sacrifice on the cost of the in order to attain the short-term goals. Three core areas towards sustainability were identified in 2005 in the World Summit on Social Development. These pillars in many national standards and certification schemes form the backbone of tackling the core areas that the world now faces. And these three pillars of sustainability are economy, environment, and society. Let us take care of the economy, profits. We should also take care of the environment. The pollution has to be avoided, and the need of the society, that should be also taken care of. The society should be also benefited in the long term. Now, uh, earlier we were focusing on the model in which aspects relating to the economy, society, and the environmental, they were considered in the individual way, and after that they were integrated. And in this, as it can be seen that there there is the less scope and area in which we are able to obtain these three. Now, in the earlier, in the planning stage itself, the design stage itself, we should have the strong model in which the planning and the design should be such that first we should consider the economical aspect, and after that, in this, before finalizing the system, let us apply the society needs and the environmental system also, so that all these are integrated, and the various interests, they should not be the conflicting one, but they must support one another. And if we have the vision of the long-term goal, that we can work and plan accordingly. Or our planning system, design system, that has to be also modified in order to obtain the sustainability. About the sustainable supply chain management, the goal of a sustainable supply chain is to create, protect, and increase long-term environmental, societal, and economic value for all stakeholders involved in the presence of products and services in the market. So all these three aspects in the long-term strategy, they have to be considered. Sustainability seeks to ensure that decisions made today do not have an adverse effect on future generations. Let us take care of the future and future generations, and our planning today, our whatever we sow today, that will be reaped tomorrow, and with that, we should take care of the need of the long term of tomorrow. Now, about the value drivers of sustainable supply chain management, we can say that in the sustainable supply chain management, how we work, it should be able to have the supply chain alignment and risk management, and the objective of supply chain management, that is mainly cost reduction, process efficiency, asset utilization, service reliability, inventory optimization. And for the sustainability issue of the business, we should see the environmental impact, social responsibility, economic stability, health and safety, stakeholder interest. So all these, that should be combined, and the model of the sustainable supply chain management should be designed. Now, the sustainable production and sustainable consumption, they must also support this system. In the sustainable production, what we do, sustainable production is the creation of goods and services using processes and systems that are economically viable, socially beneficial, environmental friendly, conserving the natural resources, safe for all producers and consumers, an approach to earn profit in the long term, not in the short term. So in this way, the activities of the production, they should be carried out, and these aspects, they should be taken care of. And in the consumption side, the sustainable consumption, it will ensure use of product and services with minimum impact on the environment. In sustainable consumption, wastage is minimized, while the consumption, these aspects, they should be taken care of. Let us also avoid the waste in this stage, so that its ill effect, they can be avoided. Then the green supply chain management, it has also its way, and it should be included in the planning act as it has been said earlier. And if we say in the brief, the green supply chain management, GSCM, is a concept of integrating sustainable environmental processes into the traditional supply chain, or in the traditional supply chain, in which we focus on the efficient flow of money, material, services, and information. In that, the green aspect, that should be taken care of at each and every stage. This can include processes such as product design, material resourcing, and selection, manufacturing, and production, operation, and end of life management. In all this cycle, in all this chain, the green aspect, it should be given the due weightage. Instead of simply attempting to mitigate the environmental impact of the supply chain, GSCM involves driving value creation throughout the supply chain organization to reduce total environmental impact, or let us keep the health of the environment at the top priority. If the environment is healthy, manage health. So the health aspects, they should not be compromised. Now, while the specific goal of GSCM is often the reduction of carbon dioxide emissions, other tangible benefits for an organization include greater efficiency of assets, less waste production, greater innovation, reduction of production costs, reuse of raw materials, increased profitability, perception of adding value to the client base, and so on. So, in this way, by applying the green concept in the chain, the whole supply chain, we will be able to obtain the additional benefits which will have the impact in the long term. Now, this diagram also says all these things in a systematic way. In the green supply chain management, the concept of the green design, green sourcing, green manufacturing, green packaging, green transportation, reverse logistics. So, in all these areas, we should have the green concept and so that our system will become sustainable and healthy in the long term. Then all these aspects, they will also contribute toward the circular economy, and by which our economical health in the long term, that will be also better. And earlier what we were doing, that our resources in the manufacturing and consumption and use were being applied and we were obtaining the waste. But this says that the waste should be recycled and reused, and in this way we will have the better result. We will be able to save our resources, and our efficiency, productivity, and the quality, they will be also improved, and the environmental aspects, they will be also improved. Now, agile manufacturing, this also support the concept of sustainable supply chain management in the long run, as we can say that agile manufacturing is a method for manufacturing which combine our organization, people, and technology into integrated and coordinated whole. Agile manufacturing is an approach to manufacturing which is focused on meeting the needs of customer while maintaining high standards of quality and controlling the overall costs involved in the production of a particular product. Because in this case, the flexibility aspect, that is also included because the customer requirements are also changing fast. Our production system, it should be such that it should be able to adapt according to the changes within no time. That's our objective. So in this case also, we will be able to obtain the flexibility issues, and we will be able to avoid the risks. Why do we need to be agile? In Because global competition is intensifying, we will have to work accordingly. Mass markets are fragmenting into niche markets, and the bigger players, they are increasing their domination in the economical world and the overall system day by day. So one will have to also change accordingly. Cooperation among companies is becoming necessary, including companies who are in direct competition with each other. So, along with them also, the competition is being, however, increasing, but the cooperation is also being increased because by that they are able to obtain the win-win relationship. Very short product life cycles, development time, and production lead times are required. Conditions are changing fast that in those conditions, the product life cycles is becoming short, and in order to meet the new requirement, the development time is less, and the production lead times is also less. So one has to also change the system accordingly. Customers expects low volume product, high quality products, and custom products. So one will have to change accordingly. That's why our system, our manufacturing, that should be the agile one. Now, keys to agility and flexibility. What should be done? To determine customer needs quickly and continuously reposition the company against its competitors. We have to move fast in obtaining the customer needs, identifying those, and the work according to this that should be carried out faster as compared to the competitors. To design things quickly based on those individual needs as per the need, the design work has to be carried out quickly. To put the designs into full scale, ensuring quick production of quality products that we should be able to obtain. The quality product should be able to obtain, and the quick production is also required. So one will have to also change the manufacturing system accordingly to respond to changing volume and mix quickly as per the need of the market. If the market needs more, there must be more production. If it needs less, there must be less production to avoid the waste. And that was also philosophy behind the just-in-time system, and that has to be adopted. To respond to a crisis quickly, crisis management, for that also the agility in the system, that is essential. Now, in our whole system, the quality aspect that should be also taken into account, because as it has been identified that the quality, increased quality or the high quality, that is the pre-qualifier in order to meet the competition in most of the cases. So, in order to have this, modern day organizations are focusing on quality above everything else. If the products or services quality is not up to the mark, customers are less likely to buy those goods and services. Quality control is crucial for maintaining a competitive edge in the global marketplace. Rather, nowadays people are going for the quality assurance and the total quality management, in which the whole work, the quality aspect, they are incorporated into the culture, so that first do it first time right. That is the philosophy inside the culture. Organizations also need to develop positive relationship with their suppliers to attain their objectives, because in the any case there may be the large number of suppliers whose work also affect, as we can see that in the case of the Maruti or Hero Honda or even the Dell, uh, the Toyota system. So the work of the suppliers, that will highly affect the output, and the positive relationship with them, that is the most important, and that should be taken into mind always. Now, what makes quality control crucial in the supply chain management? Quality control is crucial in the supply chain management arena for the below mentioned reasons. Defects and scrap, they should be minimized. There should be the philosophy of the zero defect and zero scrap. External shortcomings, they should be met, because many things should be in our hand, but the crisis has to be managed. Inspections are to be carried out at the essential points, and if we have the quality assurance, we will be able to eliminate this, and this will also improve our economy and other aspects. The toxic materials, they are to be avoided. Those stages are to be identified, and the green aspect, that we will be able to achieve. So we can say that in order to meet the, in order to obtain sustainability, all such aspects like the green concept, agility, quality, and of course the various aspects, in order to obtain the economy, they should be taken care, and one cannot work in the isolation, and one will have to continuously improve, and for that the culture of the innovation and creativity and the research that should be also incorporated in the organizations. This has also been seen that the organizations which are giving much weightage, more weightage to the creativity, research, and the innovation, they are adding the business, and they will be also able to obtain the sustainability in the supply chain management that has to be observed, that has to be obtained in order to have the competition in the long